Did I hear that right? Monsieur Neuvillette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
Oh, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
Neuvillette! Sidine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Traveler in Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own. Now, this is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective?
I trust that you'd be able to work that out with how well connected you are.
So, what is...
A Melusine named Kiara received...
And then...
That is all the information I have.
Huh?
I have no idea why you're so hung. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there are...
Thank you for understanding. She may have no interest in official affairs, but standard procedure dictates that I'm still responsible for reporting to her.
Yes, understood. I'll come back later and deliver the note to her.
Judging from Sidine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
I cannot tell you just... There could be complicated conflicts of...
Come on!
It is not my long story short, there were few people I could trust. But I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people!
Indeed. The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines. All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me. I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment it has already happened once.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the guards, the Maréchaussée Phantom, and...
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that the political system... However, since I am...
Outside, but aren't you the
I understand where you are... You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations. Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans. Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway, so how about we come with you on your investigation? Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
I will write my note of absence right away. Let us go. We should visit Kiara first.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true? Paimon feels like he has a kind of... Paimon's been thinking. But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. Please allow me to rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
It is as...
Kiara.
Huh? Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are? Oh, I remember! You're the Traveler and Paimon! I've heard about you.
Aw, she's adorable!
Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, right! I remember now! The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek. But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious? Ah!
Did you think of something?
Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. Found it!
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you. A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions. We can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, Kiara, you should come with...
Sure! Wait, no. I still have a...
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and with us around anyone scheming to hurt Kiara.
Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Don't worry, your big sis Paimon is super strong.
All right, let us go off.
We'll take her to a lost place, right? So, Kiara, how old are you?
Let me think. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago.
Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. Why would Paimon be a big sister to you?
My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis.
Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that? Strange. Paimon, Pilaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis...
I thought so. What brings you... All right. Guess I shouldn't have asked.
May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection.
That was quick.
I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see their residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
All right. Now that you're done inspecting, hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month, and wanted—
Of course!
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements.
Seems like they get along really well. Huh? What are you looking at? Is there really someone watching us? Shh!
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Gotcha! Ah! Charlotte, what are you doing here? Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
Threat letter? What threat letter? This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Neuvillette and request an interview with him.
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream. But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity. Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation.
I see. Well, if you say so. In exchange, could you tell me...
All right.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little Melazine?
Shh, not so loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her? I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me. But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvillette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves Melazines. Anyway, I'll get going.
Well, that was a nice chat.
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
I think it's great!
Huh. It's very pretty indeed.
Haran! What are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Neuvillette was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases. I happened to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Ah, Neuvillette sure is lucky to have...
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Neuvillette.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands. Come on, let's go find Neuvillette.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
We ran into Cloran. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
That is good to hear.
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I have judged over the past decade. I have come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start. On the other,
They both sound...
Don't worry.
We'll help you read through them. We
Thank you. I will... Have you made any progress?
We skimmed through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there's so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you handled?
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine. There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
All right, let us take a break.
Even though resting is a part of all the silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mermonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do. Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Neuvillette likes. He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire... What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
So it's just plain old water?
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more sophisticated.
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated.
Huh?
I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Teyvat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Qingce Village, and Inazuma's Konda Village. Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods. If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart, the waters of Qingce Village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda Village placid. Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
Really? Let Paimon try!
What do you think?
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all. Isn't this just normal water?
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure... Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon? We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, Why would you become Chief Justice in human society? Sorry. Paimon was just...
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles, in essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me. I lost many memories from the moment I was born. The primordial sea, for example. I can only vaguely recall its connection to me, but I am unaware of what that connection is exactly. Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are...
True. Some of them have...
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions, but there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between...
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat.
Are we gonna continue reading these down?
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the
Water? Do you mean...
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the...
Why didn't...
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the fountain.
Monsieur Neuvillette?
I probably shouldn't disturb them.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me.
A safe distance? Neuvillette... Whoa, it's glowing! Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The Court of Fontaine is truly incredible.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest.
I know, but not only can I repay you for your kindness,
But a meaningful life.
it's definitely the safest to just stay in the village. In truth, I've never really understood for almost 20 years. We've
I understand your confusion. I too came here for an answer to my question.
Really? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us...
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential. Different identities and ways of... There aren't many suggestions.
Oh, I'm confident that will...
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the
Huh? Is he the person...
Yes? Do you
That stone-faced human. He didn't even...
He is an earnest man.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh. Melusine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards!
Please, calm down.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Nervilet allowed—
Exactly! That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that—
Go away!
I'm not leaving. We joined the Mare Chaussee Phantom and solved a lot.
Solving cases? With Nervilet in cahoots? So tell me, how can you guarantee—
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members, there have indeed been an increase in cases recently.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on there.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
You heard that?
Yeah, I don't understand.
There have been rumors saying that you were born from Calamity. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near—
Monsieur Nervilet said that we needed to put both time. I still want to try a little. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time.
Give them to me.
You're...
We'll hand them out together. The fast—
What's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you at thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. It won't be long before Melusine's—
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface.
You blockhead!
Vautrin brings up a good point. Please be on your guard.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Nervilet, even with all our powers combined. What if—
Nah, not gonna happen. As their rules, even he must comply with in the political sphere. So quit worrying and just go—
I guess you're right.
Turn the murderer in!
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Nervilet, too!
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke! Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Volk.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones they tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to— The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss... Captain Vautrin, should I present these results?
There's no need. Notify the guards to
restrict access to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Nervilet. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right?
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur...
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. I will take responsibility for everything.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking. We should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Nervilette's most trusted subordinates. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Nervilette's status is secure as can be. As long as we
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please, think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did? Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent! He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision. Which is why I kept personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law. Therefore...
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend. Is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every... Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared...
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it's due to my negligence. The overflow of emotions and memory...
Wow. The Hydro... Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler
It is as you said. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotion...
That sounds odd.
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and Which ones? It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this.
Paimon's starting to lose... Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like...
Oh! Didn't we...
You've read about it. In that case, the resentment...
Huh? What are you doing here?
Navia! Nice to see you!
I've heard some things. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter—
So that's what
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long.
You know, it could be because— Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case. We are planning to return to the Palais Memorial.
All right, then I'll wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Neverlet.
I have already considered that possibility. What is more important is how the case— I hope the same won't happen.
Strange. What? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against Amelazine! This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it! Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of—
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch. Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back—
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicion—
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that. Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new item?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Come on, don't act tough.
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
You shouldn't ever skip meals. Is that—
I heard even Nervilette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Nervilette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the—
Come and fight me instead, you—
Have you heard? Even the Special Patrol came to help.
Shh! Look! Is it that Nervilette?
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary— Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the list of involved suspects.
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inika, Yuna, and others have been those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate. Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior.
So many names.
Yes, there is something suspicious. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Monsieur Nervilette, someone claiming to be from the Spina Dura, he said, and I quote, we have—
Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly?
I too am perplexed. The cafe—
Whoa.
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Marechaussee fan...
Invite them over.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's our...
But... Oh well.
Yes.
Your essay?
Yes. Yes, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Chiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Domenico. Where is he now?
The fortress of Meropide.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have... Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves.
You've done more than enough. I'm
Leave the formalities for later. If he really is the one set...
All right then, let's head... Fortress of... You've got a set schedule, guarantee... Oh, you mean Risley? Well, he does look kind of intimidating. He's actually... Paimon wonders how he's like with the... Yeah.
Excuse me?
Huh?
Excuse me? Is someone...
Nope, Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But... Paimon...
Oh, did you hear my call? Thank you.
Why are you hiding in here anyway? If we hadn't happened to
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Whoa, that's terrible.
No, it was nothing quite...
Just your... Huh. Wait, Paimon gets it. Something must have happened to your hair. Sorry, you just need your hat.
I think you... It's a soft... I think it's really...
Don't worry, we'll...
Welcome to the Fortress of Meropide, dear esteemed guests.
We're back! Oh, and a great...
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase. I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates.
Who does this guy think he is?
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melizzi. To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag.
He's got the same concerns we do.
I'm concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past.
That's an easy one.
Oh, did I hear someone say Melizine? What happened? Sigewinne! Yeah, and really? Is Chiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clorinde is...
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still...
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal...
Risley.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you.
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on thanks for the trouble.
Whoa. If Paimon were you here, Grace, Paimon would take the...
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject... But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times.
Please come with me to the infirmary.
that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would... Paimon's thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. Typical... why aren't you two...
You noticed them too. The badge...
Familiar. But if both of you say so, let's go...
That's not a bad idea.
Anything you need? Oh, this?
What's that?
We have a very long history. We have never had many members throughout our... Helping each other is our purpose.
Sounds like a pretty...
But people won't give us...
Interested in join... If you'd like to learn more... Our slogan may have evolved here.
You two look... It's the symbol of the mutual... From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those. The first president of our network was all of us have a lot of respect.
You should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
Did you manage to gather an...
According to them, the badge's design was inspired by...
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol in Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh, so the network was inspired by... Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence.
All right.
Allow me to introduce... Why don't you explain everything?
Neuvillette? What are you...
Calm down. I merely... Was it your idea to... Hassan has already confessed.
That idiot!
Let me ask this another way.
Yeah?
Who is pulling your string?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't...
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigated. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to...
I admit I acted on impulse.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me after making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Maréchaussée, but I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved.
And then you decided to take...
My initial target was Neuvillette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against... But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to... In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melis. I recall that Chiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa.
I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force it to resign from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal... So, Monsieur Neuvillette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melusines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past.
And how long?
More than 4...
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of...
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melusines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten this...
That's right! We saw lots of people stand...
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melusines... When people refused to place their trust in Melusines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, people no longer have any reservations about you, and right now, your every decision will impact all of...
Paimon gets it now.
I am undeserving. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. It is unnecessary.
There's no need to be so modest. You're no longer that outside...
I must say that you... Thank you for clearing...
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too?
Thank you for the offer. Some are here. The less time I spend here, the better.
In that case, I'll have to...
Please.
The first is about the guard who...
I know. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memoria's staff. However, as I mentioned...
Well, that makes things a lot easier. Hey now, don't let your... Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. I'll have a chat with the guard and...
I see no issues with...
Great! That's what...
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now...
Yep. Never...
I noticed the small gang as well when I've looked into their founder, Vautrin. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What? During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be...
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me.
I don't have anything to say. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Please, take care.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Wriothesley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Wriothesley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials, hey!
What I really think is, every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago I have these changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of... I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
Oh. Huh? It's raining! Oh no! Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuvillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who said that threatening.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia, I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy.
What?
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally to celebrate this joyous occasion. Monsieur...
That's not how you sound.
I will...
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a I hope it will assuage the concerns. Kiara?
accidentally fell asleep.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
Do you remember Domenico?
Let me think. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams in my dream, she looked really happy. I can't remember what our dreams were anymore.
I can sense your joy.
Monsieur Neuvillette. Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed to go out? I promised to model for Alov.
Of course.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and...
See you next time.